Hello, my name is Brooklyn Blaylock, and today I will be defending the Contesia congregate bracketed wasp against the damsel bug.
Hello, my name is Riley Ross. Today I'll be defending the Nabis and Rockeferus damsel bug against the bracketed wasp. The topic of our debate is going to be which insect is more beneficial to the environment. The two bugs that we are comparing is the bracketed wasp versus the damsel bug today.
Bracketed wasps are small wasps with ant-shaped heads, long antennae, and narrow bodies. They're normally half of an inch long. At first glance, they look to be black in color, but many of them take on a reddish-orange color. The bracketed wasp's life cycle is dependent on the host insect's life cycle. It typically starts by the female wasp depositing its eggs in the host insect, and the bracketed wasps develop inside of the host body. When the wasp is ready to pupate, they can do so by doing it in or on the host body. There is a separate type of bracketed wasp that kills hornworms insects, and those are considered to be larval parasitoids. The life cycle of these is similar to the one previously stated, the female depositing eggs inside of the hornworm's body. The larvae continue to develop and feed inside the caterpillar. They will eventually chew through the caterpillar's exoskeleton and form a cocoon. The wasp will then emerge from those cocoons later. Typically, the bracketed wasp is very still and only develops on their host body, but each bracketed wasp carries the genes of the polynavirus. This virus replicates and develops within the egg and doesn't harm the wasp, but once the egg is distributed, the virus is activated. The bracketed wasp species has no direct impact on human society except for the fact that they live on hosts that feed on our crops. They are widely spread because it is mostly based on where the host organisms are. There are over 40,000 species worldwide. The most unique thing about the bracketed wasps is the ones that form cocoons on their host organism. They take full form on whatever insect they decide to invade, and their entire life cycle is dependent on that one organism. Their other unique characteristic is that they carry a virus and it eventually kills the host organism.
Damsel bugs are skinny, slim, tan bugs. Their bodies can be 3/8 to 1/2 inches long, which include long legs and 4 long antennas on their heads. When they're not feeding, their beaks are underneath their body. These bugs can, in addition, resemble another species of insect called the assassin bugs. The beginning of a life for a damsel bug is started when the female inserts her eggs into the tissue of a plant. After 1 week, these eggs begin to hatch. They then hatch as nymphs and go through 5 stages during their first 50 days of life. When born, they start eating and preying on insects that can even be bigger than them. They then become adult within 3 to 4 weeks after they are born. When attacking their prey, the damsel bug pierces the pest, which include different kinds of arthropods, small caterpillars, and different types of worms. When in early life stages, these insects can eat just 1 bug a day, but as they age, they can eat up to 1 to 2 dozen bugs a day. Damsel bugs are most abundantly found in gardens and on crops. This is because this is where a lot of their food is found. Plants can also be a part of damsel bugs' diet, however, it has been provided that they cause no damage to the plant. Since damsel bugs feed on different species of pests, these bugs are considered beneficial for the environment. Benefits that come from these insects include them eating pests that normally cause harm to plants. Because damsel bugs eat these pests, plants are being protected from harmful insects. These insects, while in adult stage, have 4 wings and can move very quickly to stalk and seek their prey. When doing this, they can be found in tall grass to hide. They also have types of grass they prefer over another. For example, the damsel bugs prefer grassy fields over wheat fields. Most damsel bugs can be found in North America. However, during the winter, they like to stick to sheltered sites and winter grains such as grains or alfalfa. Since they are insects, they are considered cold-blooded creatures as well.
Overall, I find the impacts that the damsel bug has on human society very interesting. especially with how they feed on different types of pests. While they cause harm to the insects that damage plants, so do braconid wasps. Braconid wasps can inhabit the body of any insect they so desire.
After hearing about the braconid wasp, it is interesting to learn more about what they do. I find it intriguing that they lay their eggs in their host. However, these bugs do not have the same impact as the damsel bug. While looking at how a braconid wasp kills their pest, the pest dies a slow death because the wasp slowly inhabits the pest, which can allow them to continue to eat the vegetables in gardens or crops. A damsel bug kills the pest as it is attacking their garden, which is faster than the wasp. The damsel bug pierces their prey and suck out their insides, causing an immediate death. This is unlike the wasp that hatches eggs in the pest, which slowly cause the pest to die. The damsel bug's method is more beneficial since they are able to attack and immediately stop the pest from feeding on other plants and crops around them.
The way that a damsel bug kills its prey is odd yet extremely interesting considering how quickly it decides to kill it. I think it is very beneficial for the death of the prey to happen immediately, especially since it is killing the insect that eat and kill a lot of our crops. In short, the damsel bug is helping human society more than it damages it. But despite the interesting way that a damsel bug kills its prey, the braconid wasp is still just as beneficial, considering they kill the same thing as damsel bugs, if not more. The braconid wasp carries the polyovirus within them, making sure to kill anything that they decide proves good enough to be their host, whether that be a bug that eats crops or not.
That is true that both of these insects help the environment by killing harmful pests. However, since the wasps do inject their eggs into the host, their virus they inject in the host helps the offspring to develop. If we want more of these wasps to help with the garden pests, that means there has to be more pests that come into the garden so the offspring can develop on the pest. The damsel bug relies on its own species, so it does not need a host to help develop its own generations. This concept is more beneficial because the damsel bugs kill the pests and do not rely on the pest to live, unlike the wasp, which also kill the pest but needs a pest in order to live, ultimately bringing more pests into the garden.
The braconid wasps have been used for many different versions of research, but one was when they were used as an indicator to test whether the degree of silvicultural treatments will change the total abundance and overall composition of species. The braconid wasps are important to study because they can inhabit any sort of bug, especially caterpillars. Caterpillars play a large role in the way we grow our crops and food just in general. Since the braconid wasps take form on insects that play large roles in the way our food grows, then it is important to know how the infected insects may impact our food in the future.
Research uses these bugs to understand different pests that cause harm to plants. Once understanding these insects, they can truly know the positive impact that a damsel bug can make since they prey and wipe out the harmful pest in their area. Research also extends to humans and how we can protect these insects for our benefit. For example, research provides that people can use soft pesticides to ensure that damsel bugs can continue to live and kill the pests in their gardens. Another alternative found to support damsel bugs is to give them many hiding places like grass or flowering plants for them to live in. This will ultimately help the damsel bug population and further studies scientists can conduct on them. These damsel bugs are important to study because without further studies over them, we would not have known that they are beneficial to the environment. We need to continue to study these insects to keep up to date with what other benefits they can produce for our gardens or crops that they live among. Studies over the damsel bug can, in addition, raise awareness for our own effect on them. They can shed light on how we are treating them or ways we need to improve. Studies on damsel bugs will continue to overall help the environment around us because the awareness and knowledge it brings about the species.